get to know me. How old am I? One of my favourite things I did recently, I think it's important. Hi, how are you doing? I'm Ben. Let's get to know me. I do travel vlogs, self-help content. I wouldn't say I have it all sorted, but I want to give ideas about how to live better, ways to do things in life, I guess. One of my favourite things I did recently was go to Disneyland Paris. If you haven't seen it, there's 2 vlogs. I'll leave the links below. But it was my first time ever at Disneyland Paris. I had an absolutely amazing time and it was such a dream to go and also to vlog it. It's been a long time coming, but I've always wanted to go to Disneyland Paris and it doesn't disappoint. Go watch that. I'm having a coffee right now and I just thought, let's have a catch up about things about me. Maybe questions you might want to know about me, like how old am I? I'm 44. I can't believe it myself. I think age is a funny thing though, because you never imagine getting to a certain age and then you're there and you're like, this isn't what I thought of being 44, because I still am myself. I'm like mid-20s. I think age is a funny thing. Age is always like a perspective. It's not a perspective thing. I think age is something you're born with. Well, it's something that happens to us all. We all age. We all like go from 0 to 100 and there's a point on that line that you are and that's where you are. But you never always imagine. I remember when you're younger you look up to people and it's funny, isn't it? You think, oh, by the time I'm that age this will have happened, this will have happened. But one thing I can say is I'm really happy at where I am now in my life. I'm content with my life, I guess. What life is, who I am. I think go for things, whatever your age, is a big key. Because recently, like literally this year, if you didn't know, is it this year? Yes, this is the year I started being dedicated to full-time content creation, I guess, on YouTube. Whatever that looks like. Vlogging, doing what I've come to do, like self-help content. The reason I started doing it is I just feel like someone commented on something I said once and I just thought, actually, maybe I could I think it's important to discuss ways that you can live better, or ways you can look at your life. I won't say live better, but ways you can look at your life and how you see life and change the way you think about things. I think it's important, and I thought actually it's something this year really, just starting making videos made me think, oh actually that's something I could see myself doing. But also I love to travel. I just love the novelty of being somewhere new and experiencing something and going somewhere for the first time or going somewhere again that I've been. And it's amazing to, you know, share it. It's just so much fun. YouTube, I really feel, since making more content for YouTube, I love it. I've really enjoyed the whole process, the whole filming process, editing process, and just really going for it. I had before starting really this year, last year I started doing a lot of content on my mobile with my cat. Yeah, literally last Christmas, around last Christmas time, over Christmas to New Year time, I really decided, oh actually I really want to make a more effort in doing vlogs and stuff. So I decided to invest in a camera, which you're watching this on now. I just thought, actually, if I really want to go for it, I really feel I should. You don't have to. I was filming cat content on my mobile for a while. So the first vlog I did was the STRAWBEAR festival in Whittlesea, and that was amazing to just do the day and bring you along with me for the day. Yeah, so really, I'm really enjoying the whole process of making content and making things happen. Yeah, so more about me. Oh, this is interesting. I have a cat, but you might have guessed that from the title of my YouTube channel, Ben and My Cat. And he's amazing. It was meant to be. He kind of came to us. Oh, but he's amazing. We've had him, I think it's 2 years now, and he literally makes every day incredible. Sometimes you come home late from work, or I get up early for work, but he's so amazing because he's always happy to see me, and it's amazing. Other things about me, I have a husband. We've been together now 12 years. That's amazing. we met in 2012. And the reason I remember that is because it was the year the Olympics came to London, and one of our first dates, I got like tickets to get into the, oh flip, so I've just spilled coffee, to get into the Olympic Park, and it was the day after the opening ceremony, so it was just like a ticket. I didn't get into any of like the events as such, but it was a walk around ticket. I was going to take one of my close friends along with me, but she ended up volunteering for London 2012, which was amazing. And I literally, not long after meeting, was like, oh, do you want to come to the Olympics with me? And I thought, oh, it's either going to be, is this too much, or he's going to want to come. And it happened to be on my birthday, which I didn't tell him. I didn't want to feel like he got to get me something. Yeah, and we literally just walked around the Olympic Park site, and it was amazing to be there and be part of it. And bumped into none other than Boris Johnson. I know, and he was on his way. He told us, oh, I'm on my way to see the Queen, to go up the that red thing. I can't remember what it's called, the orbital, I think it is. Yeah, and that was so surreal. I got a selfie with him, which I'll insert here. It was so funny. Ash, my husband, sorry, that's his name, he was walking ahead of me. We're just walking around. There's some beautiful planting at the Olympics, walking off, and he's like, oh, it's Boris Johnson. I was like, oh, hi Boris, do you want a selfie with me? Just because that's when he was the mayor of London, and it was so surreal. So we just chatted everything, and really, that was one of our first dates that sticks in my head, because we really got to know each other. There are little bits you could do around Olympic Park. They even had a McDonald's there. I love McDonald's. But as a treat, I'm not there all the time. Yeah, it was one of the first places they had the ordering screens. It's the first place I know of. So I wonder if they were testing it out at London 2012. And they had this amazing, like, it was in wooden bits, this McDonald's. Anyway, and they had other things like, so this sounds like, what a day. The Coca-Cola experience there, which was quite exciting. And just other bits around the park. They had some music playing and another bit. And there weren't actually loads of people there, but it was amazing just to soak it up and be there and be part of London 2012. And I'm so grateful to have shared that with him. And the other thing, oh, that was the other thing. I had tickets. I've always wanted to go to an Olympic opening or closing ceremony, and it's been like a dream of mine. And I managed to get tickets for myself for the Paralympic closing ceremony, which was, I have to say, incredible. Like, because, well, Coldplay were there. That's the first time I ever saw Coldplay. And Rihanna. And I was like, this is amazing. And just the whole spectacle of it, to be there and be part of the Paralympic closing ceremony. I was on the Olympic like ticket thing to try and get tickets for the Paralympic opening ceremony for both of us, and kept on looking, and eventually like some like media seats came free because they weren't being used. It was amazing. We were sat in a position where we had, I'll insert a picture here because it's incredible, where we had like a table in front of us, which we didn't need for any reason, put our snacks on. And yeah, so we had like a table with chairs, and we could watch, we're like sort of central, just watching this. It was amazing. And that was, Ian McKellen was involved in that. That was such an amazing thing to see. But for me, like, the thing I love is the ceremonies so much. That is the thing that does it for me with the Olympics, and always has. And so to go to, it was amazing to experience that. So yeah, anyway, me and my husband, we're now together. We got married we got together in 2012. We married in 2016. I came out in, when did I come out? Oh, a bit before that. There's a whole coming out video. I'll leave a link to that so you can find out all about that if that interests you. Me basically discovering who I was and discovering I'm gay. But I don't feel I need to chat in this video about that because that's all covered in that, so I'll leave that below. We live in a little town called Oundle, which is amazing, in a cottage, and that's something I never ever thought would happen to me. Basically, my job moved. We kind of, well, I didn't think it was a possibility to move, but we ended up looking, and we're now here in Oundle in a cottage, which is insane. A beautiful cottage. I love it. And here we are. This is in the downstairs area. It's like the kitchen behind. We've got like a sort of sofa here, and then over that way there's like a fireplace, and we've got some fireside chairs, which actually we got before we even knew we were moving into the cottage. Which was a bit of a mental, because we got it from a charity shop. We saw them and I was like, those would be amazing in the cottage. But thankfully the cottage happened, or we'd have these random fireside chairs for no reason in a flat, like a modern flat, which would be a bit weird. So yeah, we live in Oundle, and Oundle's such a beautiful town. I'm so grateful to live here. So this is a really rambling conversation about me. Oh, more about me. My favourite colour has to be blue. I absolutely have always loved the colour blue. Whether that's a blue sky, a blue sea, like a tropical blue sea, that kind of greeny blue, turquoisey green. Well, is it greeny? Well, turquoisey, like that sort of really vivid colour. And I love just like any kind of blue, really. Oh, it's a colour of choice for me. I hope you're getting more of an idea about me. Oh yes, what do I do? Yeah, I do a job. Yeah, job-wise, I work, well, I have done, for like over 20 years, I've worked as a studio floor manager in shopping TV, and that's interesting. But I'm not going to go much into it, but yeah, it's basically totally live all the time. So as a floor manager, you're like helping people in the studio. So, well, you're helping a guest or the presenter, and you have shows that you set up. So in the studio, you have different sets around the studio. Imagine this is a studio. There's a set over there, there's a set over there, there's a set there. And you're sort of moving, well, you're putting the product into set, making sure the guest is happy, making sure you have a director and producer, making sure they're happy. You have a presenter, you've got to make sure they're happy. And then all together, it's sort of collaboration. And you count, oh yeah, you count people in. So when a show starts, you're behind the camera counting people in and making sure everyone's quiet on the floor and all that. Shh. You just gotta, yeah, shh. And that kind of thing. In the studio, behind the cameras, you move cameras about as well. So if you want to get a shot of a certain bit of the set, you move the camera to that bit of set. I really love like the liveness of it, because it's live. This is such a random chat, but I love it. Yeah, if there's anything else, I can't, in my head right now, I probably should have written something down, but I just wanted to do like a real sort of raw kind of thing with you about me, about getting to know me. If there's anything else you want to know about me, why not? If you could put it in the comments. And yeah, subscribe if you want to my channel. Maybe let's do some more of these getting to know me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.